Hello folks, CFA program changes in 2024. It's quite a lot, right? So we saw that coming out last weekend. And so now I'm going to help you understand what are the changes if you're going to be taking the exam in the future, 2024 and beyond. What is it going to mean for you? But also if you already registered for 2023, how does that impact you, right? So the CFA program has laid it out in 5 different categories. First thing is the eligibility, right? So they have expanded the eligibility. Some of this is not new, but I'll just recap it. If you are a CFA level 1 aspiring candidate, you can register as long as you graduate within 23 months of taking the examination. However, you cannot attempt the level 2 exam, but you can register for it, right? Until you graduate, you cannot attempt the level 2 examination. Every other eligibility criteria is still the same. Now, the second thing that they are talking about is the hands-on learning, right? This is just wonderful. This is something that at FinTrainers we have always talked about, right? This is a lot of concepts, theory that we get from CFA, but when we actually go out and work as an equity research analyst or a fixed income credit risk analyst, etc., you need to build models. A lot of my students sometimes come and say, okay, I understand these concepts, but then in the interview they're asking me to build all the 3 financial statements, do projections. Some of those things I don't know. So then we recommend them to join our financial modeling program. But now the CFA program is doing it by themselves. So very good thing. So they have given what they call as practical skill modules, right? So they call it as the practical skill modules. There are 2 of them for level 1 and 3 of them for level 2. As of now, they haven't introduced anything for level 3, but there's some changes in level 3 later on. Okay, first thing first, when does this thing start? This starts from Feb 2024 for level 1 examination, and it starts from May 2024 exam for level 2. Until then, you don't have to worry about it. I shouldn't use the word worry. This is actually a blessing. It's a good thing. You're going to learn practical skills that will help your employers, which means it will help you get the job. So the level 1 has 2, as I said. The first one is financial modeling, very useful, right? So you can take this one or the Python programming fundamentals, either one. So is this mandatory? Yes. You have to take this course. It's a combination of videos, MCQs, case studies. They say it takes between 10 to 15 hours. So not a lot of effort, but it will give you that application of the concept, converting the concepts into practical skills. So you have to take at least one of this, otherwise you will not get your results. So until you finish one of this PSM, you are not going to be able to see whether you are passed or failed the level. They are giving a grace period though of 90 days after the exam announcement, results announcement date for you to complete it, but I wouldn't wait there. In fact, I would recommend that you finish both the PSM in level 1 and all 3 in level 2, because you're anyway paying for it and they're giving it to you. Use it. It is wonderful, really good content that you can learn for free. Not free, you're paying for it, but there's additional content that you can learn as well. So take these PSMs and finish it early is what I would recommend. But the CFA Institute is saying there's no time deadline. You can take it anytime, even just before the exam results announcement date. All right, so that's on the PSMs. So for level 2, there are 3. I don't think I talked about it. The Python programming fundamentals, which are there in level 1, is also there in level 2. So in case you didn't take it and you took the financial modeling, you have another option to take it in level 2. That's going to be one course on analyst skills. That is probably very important if you want to be a research analyst. And then there is a kind of advanced programming. It has Python, data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. Probably this is going to be very high in demand amongst CFA candidates, because that's where a lot of the jobs are right now. So the next thing that the CFA Institute is talking about is focused curriculum. I have mixed feelings about it. There are pros and cons. So what they are saying is, we are going to move some of the very basic stuff to what we call as fundamentals prep program. You can study if you don't know, but it is not going to be tested. But you need to know that to study the other concepts. The reason why they are doing it is, if you are from a business background or finance course in India, if you have done BCom, etc., you might know some of these stuff already, like basic accounting, quantitative techniques, even economics you might have studied. So you don't have to go and spend time and prepare for that for the examination as well, because you already know this stuff. So these are very basic fundamentals. So they're trying to keep the prep time closer to 300 hours for those candidates. But if you are a liberal arts student, it's not for you. You still need to learn this for you to be able to understand the more advanced concepts. So don't get misguided that this is not going to be tested, so I don't have to study. If you don't know that, you still need to study. But the CFA is trying to make it a more focused. If you already are a finance or a business background student, you don't have to prep for the examination, because they are not going to be tested directly in the examination. Hopefully that's clear. But we will have, in FinTrainers, we will have those covered in our classes, because a lot of our students can use that help even if they are finance background students. It might have been some time since they've studied, so we will have those content available for you. All right, the next thing that they are talking about is the additional practice, the optional practice pack, as they call it. So here, apart from the regular CFA curriculum materials that they provide, for $299, they are giving you 6 additional mock exams and 1,000 practice questions. So the regular CFA content for level 1 will have 2,000 practice problems or so and 2 mock exams. But with this additional practice pack, you're going to have 6 more mock exams, all of the same level of difficulty as the CFA exam, the actual examination. So this is the key thing, right? So no one else can say this, no other prep provider, including us, we can't say that, because we are not setting the examination. So when I set questions for a mock exam, I usually tend to err on the side of caution, and I will set it a little bit higher difficulty than probably what is going to show up in the examination. But CFA, the instructors who set the actual examinations are also setting these mock exams, so the questions, the level of difficulty is going to be the same. In my opinion, this is worth it. $299, you get quite a bit of mock exams for you to practice. I mean, the 3 things that we have seen at FinTrainers, which is what the CFA Institute is also saying: the length of your study plan, the number of practice problems you solve, the number of mock exams you take, really determine how good your pass rate is going to be, right? So that is the next one. Then there are 2 more things I want to cover, right? The specialized pathways. This is for CFA level 3 only. So this is from the 2025 level 3. So if you're taking your level 3 in 2023 this year or next year, it doesn't apply. It's only from 2025, where you have to take a specialization, right? Instead of the regular portfolio management level 3, you can decide whether to take that or the private wealth or private capital. Like, so if you're going to be in venture capital or private equity, so those might be better for you. So these give you an option to specialize in areas where you will be working or already working or you're interested in. So this also, I think, is good. The question I have is, can I take 2 because I'm interested in 2? Yes and no. For the examination itself, you have to choose one path, right? But later on, as part of the continuing education and the professional learning experience, you will have the other modules available for you to read once you've gotten your charter. So you don't have to wait till 2025. If you're going to take level 3 exam, take it now. These other 2 modules will be available to you later as well. But for those registering first time in 2025, you have to decide on which one and then go ahead and study that. So 60% of the material is going to be same for all 3 specializations. Only 40% will vary. And CFA Institute is saying they are all going to be of equal difficulty. Last thing is the digital badge. See, previously you are either a CFA charter holder or not. You pass level 1, it doesn't mean anything. You can't say anything to the employer. You can say, okay, I've taken the exam, but there's no designation or anything that you can put on your resume. But now they are giving what they call as a digital badge that will identify that you have cleared a particular level, level 1, level 2, and this will give you that transition instead of waiting for multiple years to show that you're a CFA charter holder. These digital badges can be verified by the employers. And not only that, the CFA Institute is saying they're going to spend quite a bit of money making the employers understand what these are. So it's one thing to give you a badge and then just go away, but CFA Institute is going to put in money in marketing and educating employers what value each level is going to bring in for them, right? So overall, this is a great change, transformation as they call it. I think you are as excited as I am, but if you are taking the exam in 2023, don't worry about it. All of this is going to be available for you as part of your continuing education after your charter. So you will not miss out on anything. So if you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment below and we'll be happy to answer those for you. All the very best, and if you still have any questions on deciding which examination, etc., give us a call for that as well. Bye.